You are born in 1753, Lancashire, England, in the shadow of the Pennines to be exact. Your cottage is a crumbling stone box where rain drips through thatch that's more rot than reed. The air tastes of peat smoke and damp wool, always damp, always cold. Your father works the bogs when rheumatism doesn't cripple him. Your mother cards wool until her knuckles bleed and swell like plums. There are 5 children, you're the middle one, the forgettable one. You remember stealing a duck egg once. You cracked it raw into your mouth behind the henhouse. The yolk was warm, rich, perfect. You licked your fingers for an hour after, but hunger always comes back. And your father's back finally gives out completely. You're 7, you wade through the marsh grasses catching frogs, you laugh when they piss on your hands. You sleep curled against your sisters for warmth. You believe God watches sparrows, so surely he watches you. Your days smell like wet earth and wood smoke. You help your mother pull fleece. Your fingers learn to find the rhythm. Pull card, the lanolin makes your hands soft. You play a game with stones. Highest throw wins, you usually lose but you don't mind. Your father sits by the fire more now, doesn't speak much. Your mother's face gets tighter, sharper. One night you hear them whisper. Words like debt and workhouse and no choice. You press your ear to the wall, you don't understand, not yet. You're 9 when the physician's man comes, he's tall, well-fed. His boots don't have holes, he looks at you the way your father looks at livestock. Strong legs, he asks, your father nods, never sick, good in water. The man circles you, lifts your arm. Checks your teeth like you're a horse. He'll do. Your father takes the coins, 5 shillings, he counts them twice, his hands shake. He'll learn the trade, the man says, medicinal work. Respectable, your mother turns away, you see her shoulders shake. Say goodbye, your father tells you, you don't cry. You learned early that crying changes nothing. The man leads you out. You look back once, your father is already by the fire. Your mother's face is buried in her apron. The door closes. You follow the man into fog so thick you can't see your own feet. He doesn't tell you where you're going, he doesn't need to. They start with your clothes. Your wool shirt and breeches go into a pile, they give you canvas. Rough. It chafes your neck raw within hours. Leeches'll ruin anything good, the foreman says. His name is Godfrey, he has 3 fingers on his left hand. Canvas is all you get boots. Leather, but the soles are thin, already cracking. You get a sack, burlap, stained with things you don't want to identify. You sleep in a shed with 6 other boys, ages 8 to 15. It smells like mildew and unwashed bodies and something sour you can't name. Your first day they take you to the bog. This is where you'll work, Godfrey says. The bog stretches forever. Brown water, thick reeds, pools that look solid until you step and sink to your knee. Medicinal leeches, Godfrey explains. Herudo medicinales, physicians need 'em for bloodletting, fevers. Inflammations, all manner of ailments. He shows you how it's done. You wade into the water, knee-deep. The cold bites through canvas. The bottom is soft, sucking. Every step might be your last before you sink. You stand still, you wait. They smell you, Godfrey says. Blood, warmth, they come. You feel the first one attached to your calf, a pressure, a pull. Like something drinking. Don't move, Godfrey commands. More come. You feel them on your shins, your thighs, dozens, cold bodies, writhing, latching, feeding. Your skin crawls, but you force yourself still. After 30 minutes, you count every second, Godfrey signals. You wade out. Your legs are black with leeches, fat ones swollen with your blood. Godfrey shows you how to peel them off, gently, damage 'em and they're worthless. Each one comes away with a wet pop, you drop them in your sack. By the end, your legs are covered in bleeding wounds. Small circles, dozens of them, you're dizzy, your head swims. Good haul, Godfrey says. 200 at least. They give you bread and weak beer, you eat mechanically, they say you'll get used to it, you learn they're lying, you learn to wade without falling. You learn to stand motionless even when your legs scream, you learn to peel leeches without crushing them. Fast, gentle drop, fast, gentle drop, the older boys give advice, don't scratch the bites. They fester, piss on them instead, keeps infection down. If you collapse in the water you drown, nobody's coming in after you. One boy, Thomas, tried to run. Made it 3 miles before they caught him. They tied him in the deepest pool, chest deep, left him for 2 hours, he came back gray, shaking, covered in leeches so thick you couldn't see skin. Took 4 of you to pull them all off. Thomas never ran again, you stop singing the songs your mother taught you, you start counting leeches in your sleep. You dream of things with teeth that won't let go. 3 months in, you're hauling your sack to the cart when you slip. The water closes over your head, cold, black. You can't tell which way is up, your lungs burn, you thrash, your sack opens. Leeches swirl around you in the murk. A hand grabs your collar, yanks, you surface gasping, vomiting bog water. Godfrey drops you on the bank. Lose another sack and I'll leave you under next time, he says. You cough until you taste blood. That night you can't stop shivering. Your wounds from the leeches turn red. Then yellow, pus leaks. The other boys move their pallets away from yours. Bog fever, one whispers, for 6 days you burn, you shake. You see things that aren't there, your mother, your sisters, they're calling you home, but when you reach for them they vanish. On the 7th day, the fever breaks, you're alive. You're 20 pounds lighter, your legs are scarred like badly tanned leather. Godfrey puts you back in the bog the next morning. Quotas don't care if you're sick, you're 12. Things seem better, Godfrey lets you work the shallow pools now. Fewer leeches attach, but you can collect more carefully, less blood loss, less dizziness. You even get an extra ration of cheese on Sundays. You think maybe this is bearable, maybe you'll survive this. You dare to think about saving money. Going home, your mother's face when she sees you. Then the new physician arrives, Dr. Caldwell from London. He wants leeches, thousands of them. Double quotas, Godfrey announces, triple pay for anyone who meets them, triple pay. That's real money, you volunteer first. You spend 16 hours in the water, your legs turn purple with cold. Leeches cover you from ankle to hip, you harvest over 500, you meet the quota. Godfrey pays you 3 whole shillings, you hide them in your boot, you think about home. The next morning you wait to find your boots gone, stolen, your money with them, you report it to Godfrey. He shrugs, prove it. You can't, but you remember the new boy James wearing boots that look suspiciously like yours. When you confront him he denies it, you fight, he's bigger, older. He breaks your nose, you lose 3 teeth. Godfrey punishes you for fighting, no rations for 2 days. Should have kept better watch on your things. The coins are gone, your hope with them. You're 14, a girl from the village brings water to the collectors sometimes. Her name is Anne, she has red hair and freckles, she smiles at you once. Your heart does something strange. You start washing your face before she comes. You try to comb your hair with your fingers, the other boys notice. They laugh, but not meanly. Talk to her, Thomas says. You do, she's kind. She asks about your work, doesn't flinch when you describe it. Must be hard, she says. It is. You're brave. No one's ever called you brave. For 3 months she visits every week, you talk. You learn she works at the inn, her father's the blacksmith. She likes songs about springtime. You teach yourself to whistle one, you think maybe this is something. Maybe someone could want you despite the scars, the smell, the stained skin. You think about asking her father for permission to court her. Then she stops coming, you wait, 1 week, 2 weeks. Thomas finally tells you, she's married, the innkeeper's son, they announced it Sunday. You feel something inside fold in half and not unfold again. Thomas puts a hand on your shoulder. We don't get those things, mate, we're Leech boys. You go back to the bog. The water feels colder than before. You're 17, a new opportunity. The physicians want specialized leeches. The big ones, the rare ones, they're found in the deepest pools, the dangerous ones. But they pay 5 times the rate. You need money. Your father's dead, you heard 2 years ago. Your mother's in the workhouse. Your sister's scattered. You could buy her out, give her a decent life. You wade into the deep pool. The water reaches your chest, your armpits. You can barely touch bottom. The leeches here are massive. Thick as your thumb, long as your hand. They attach with more force, more hunger. You collect 30 before you realize you're in trouble. Too many, too much blood loss. Your vision tunnels, your legs go weak. You try to wade out, but your boots are stuck in the bottom mud. You pull. 1 boot comes free. You lose balance. You go under. This time no one pulls you up. You thrash. You suck in bog water. Your lungs scream. Your vision goes dark at the edges. You think of your mother, your sisters, Anne with red hair. Then you think nothing at all. You wake on the bank, vomiting. Godfrey is walking away. Thought you were done, he calls back. Lucky Thomas saw you. Your legs are shredded. Dozens of deep leech bites. You've lost your left boot, half your harvest. You can't stand without help. They give you 3 days to recover. On the 4th, you're back in the water. But something's broken. Your balance is wrong. Your strength gone. You collapse twice that week. The second time, Godfrey doesn't pull you out. Thomas does. You're done, he says quietly. You know it. You're 19 now. Your legs don't work right anymore. The infections left scars so thick the skin doesn't bend properly. You limp. Badly. Your lungs rattle when you breathe. Bog water, repeated fevers, something that never quite healed. You've lost most of your teeth. Your gums bleed constantly. They move you to sorting. You sit in the warehouse picking leeches from collection sacks, categorizing them. Small, medium, large, damaged ones go in the waste bucket. The pay is quarter what collectors make. You sleep in the warehouse now. The shed is for active collectors only. You eat the scraps the others leave. One day a new physician visits. Young, fresh from Edinburgh, he sees you sorting. Asks Godfrey about you. Used to be a collector, Godfrey says. Best I had, but the bog takes everyone eventually. The physician looks at you with clinical interest. Fascinating. The cumulative blood loss, the infection patterns. He examines your legs, takes notes. A perfect case study in occupational degradation. He leaves, you never see the study, you can't read anyway. You remember the duck egg. Warm yolk, your mother's wool, your sister's warmth at night. It feels like someone else's life. You know you'll die in this warehouse. Sorting leeches until your lungs finally quit. There's no going home. Your mother died in the workhouse 2 winters past. You learned from a letter you paid someone to read. She never got your money. You never earned enough. You're 22. Your lungs give out on a Tuesday. You're sorting leeches when the coughing starts. Wet deep, something tears inside. You taste copper, then blood. More blood than you knew was left in you. You fall forward. Your face hits the table. Leeches scatter. Nobody comes immediately. They're used to you coughing. When Thomas finds you an hour later, you're already cold. Your face is in a puddle of blood. Your eyes are open, still staring at the leeches you were sorting. They wrap you in canvas. The same canvas you wore for 13 years. No parish claims you, no family left to notify. They bury you in the common field behind the bog. No marker, no cross, just dirt. The ground is wet, soft. The same mud you stood in for 13 years. Your body feeds the bog feeds the leeches. The leeches feed the next collector. Your name appears in no record. The physician's case study mentions only subject L deceased. The next week a new boy arrives, 8 years old, thin, scared. Godfrey gives him your canvas shirt, your sack. Your place in the rotation. Medicinal work, Godfrey tells the boy's father. Respectable, the bog still needs feeding, the physicians still need leeches. Your mother spent your coins the same year she died. She never knew what you became. No one remembers